Welcome to Germany versus USA, and today we want to talk about roommates.
Alex and I were talking about some of our past roommate stories earlier today, and then some of our own joint stories when we lived together in the United States and in Germany as roommates. And the process of getting a roommate, having a roommate,
Right. Actually, the term roommate.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences.
Like one of the first actually misunderstandings that I ever had with Jim was he was talking about his different roommates in his student dorm, and he had mentioned like 4 or 5 different names. Actually, Dustin was one of them actually that you mentioned, a friend of ours who's also here in Hamburg, and he had mentioned I guess like 3 names or something. It's like, to me, the term roommate meant actually you're sharing your room with a mate, so the actual one room. And so I was thinking, damn, it's gonna be terrible. Life in an American cabin is gonna be horrible, like sharing a room with like 4 people or something.
I mean, for the most part, unless you're living in San Francisco or New
Chicago,
York or
huge
Chicago,
metropolitan.
yeah, you're going to not be living in a hole. I mean, like, New York is famous. You can Google like crazy New York apartments. They're just so small. But yeah, like when I went to college, when I first went to college, I had 3 other roommates.
But you had your own room, you shared the apartment, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What in Germany we would call a WG, a Wohngemeinschaft, yeah.
Yeah, and then I've never had, let's see, I'm trying to think. Yeah, 3 was the most. I've had some buddies who've had 5. You know, and it's also different how you get a roommate though. Again, New York and San Francisco and some of the bigger cities are a little different, but in the United States you either are going to like have some buddies that you live with, or if you move into an apartment, you may do what's called potluck.
Potluck? Okay.
And you just don't know what you're going to get, and you may just get assigned with random different people without the opportunity to interview them.
That would sometimes happen in like student dorms in Germany as well, but in most cases you will have like someone who's going to rent like an apartment actually, and has like, I guess like the apartment is usually structured that you have like three separate rooms. Then you can turn it into like a Wohngemeinschaft, a WG. And yeah, and there's a lot, so actually a complex process if you want to become, I guess, member of one of the Wohngemeinschaft, and often they have like interviews. They will invite like 20 people, 30 people, and to like ask them about their hobbies. I went to like an interview for a WG, for a Wohngemeinschaft, and I had to draw something. Just something random. They asked me, it's like,
Dude,
so
they had to be screwing with you.
No. They showed me like all the pictures of what like the other interviewees, I guess, had to paint. And so like they asked me, okay, so just draw something, and they didn't give us any context. So that was a double interview. I was being there with another guy who also wanted that room in that specific apartment.
Yeah, I've never had a situation like that. I wish I had.
No, you don't. It's terrible, because you go into these interviews and, you know, like you have the money, you can pay for like a room, but it really just depends on your personality.
But have you seen my art? I would have freaked them out.
That's true, but it's annoying. It's super annoying, and yeah, and write down some stories in the comments of like being interviewed for a Wohngemeinschaft, I guess. Yeah,
I've never had, like, I'm trying to think of like a strange roommate situation I've ever had. I mean, I don't have a lot of good, exciting roommate stories, because I've been very fortunate where I've always had great roommates. For the most part, they've always been, I mean, besides this one, but like for the most part, like they've been just really great roommates throughout college, and then, you know, when I first got out into the real world, you know, just...
The real world means actually a job.
Yeah, like a job. And so, yeah, I've had good roommates. I'm very clean. And, you know, so, like with roommates that can, well, let me rephrase it. I can be anal about being clean. And so, like, sometimes with like roommates, like if they're messy or, you know, it's like too close, like if it's a small living quarter, you know, that can be like stressful. But overall, like, it's just been I've always had good experiences. Have you always had good experiences?
I had one really bad experience with like a Spanish girl. Oh, you were going for that, right?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, it was basically a sublease in like an apartment, and that Spanish lady, she was like in her early 30s, I guess. She just really made my life horrible. Since then, I don't really like Spain anymore. You know, sometimes you have these things.
Yeah.
Well, I like male Spain. They're usually very nice, but I've had really bad experiences with like female Spanish people.
That's another really good point, though. It's more common here for you to have like co-ed, like apartments, like,
Oh yeah,
like
that's true.
roommates,
Actually,
girls.
I'm fine with Spanish people. I was just kidding. But it's true. Yeah, you like I've had for when I studied in Mainz, I had two female roommates, Wiebke and Ariane. Sorry.
Apparently, he liked Wiebke a little more.
Wiebke and Ariane. Hey. Oh, you know as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had two female, basically, roommates, and yeah, that's that's super.
Right, and you weren't
common.
Involved with them; they were just your roommates. Like and you're not.
No, I wasn't.
But you know, but like in the United States, I mean, couples will move in together, but they won't usually. Now, if people from like larger cities will be like, oh, blah blah blah, but for the most part, it doesn't really happen that way. Especially in the South. You know, in the South, now it's just not really going to happen. You know, for just to be proper, I guess.
Well, what happens sometimes, I know a couple of cases where people are actually moving in as like roommates and then actually they become couples. So like, you know, for instance, a friend of mine, she moved in with a guy and it was just the two of them actually, and so they had like a shared apartment, I guess, and then they actually became a couple.
Yeah,
that's why they were living together, I guess.
Yeah, and then when they became not a couple, then someone had to move out, probably.
Yeah,
you
of course.
So like that can be like more.
But still, they probably had a good time, though.
Yeah.
So we rambled a little bit about roommates. It's just kind of like
really we're just wanting some interesting roommate stories.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. And a movie that we can recommend is the French title. The original title is L'Auberge Espagnole, and
the Spanish roommates. I think that's what it's called.
Spanish apartment, I think.
The Spanish apartment is what it's called in English.
Right. That's a really good movie if you want to like. This is like a dorm in Barcelona actually.
Right, and it's just about like a whole bunch of internationals living together and so on, and it's good because it's.
Gives you a good feel of the cultural differences also.
Yeah, we have living internationally. We've had similar stories in you know, humorous situations with some of that.
Yeah, that's very true. So we recommend that, and that's it on roommates.
And we really want some funny roommate stories.
There you go.
Y'all take it easy.
Cheers.
Pack it up, son, bring it on home. Drag your feet and hang your head all you want.
I want to see the amount of like, oh, they gotta be gay, right? Comments is gonna even love this video.
No way.